Before I started this recording, I was trying to remember if I discussed this topic in greater detail before, and I don't think I have, at least not in this way. And if I am kind of repeating myself, fair warning that may happen many more times to come in this series, because there are quite a few ideas and themes that overlap, but I'll do my best to keep it as original as possible. And now that I think about it, that statement right there ties in very well with talking about content, which was something that was on my mind. It's been on my mind for the last month. Just thinking about when I make something, whether it's this, whether it's a Let's Play, and after I've finished editing and putting it all together and posting it, if it's good enough, if it's my best, or if maybe, looking back on it, it was kind of half-assed, or I wasn't quite putting my best foot forward. Maybe I was having an off day, maybe I wasn't in the greatest of moods when I was recording. Any number of extenuating circumstances that all culminated in the final product that was put out. And whether or not that was good, or maybe, on the flip side, everything was right and the episode still wasn't as good as previous ones. Maybe I put in less effort and it was enjoyed even more. And I guess when you look at it that way, whether or not it's your best work, part of it's going to be on you and the kind of standard you hold yourself to, and the rest is incredibly subjective. You're throwing it out to the world and basically saying, what do you think? And the world's going to come back and go like, yeah, that was good, or no, you've done better. Try again. You know what I mean? But I think that's really the interesting part about content creation, and certainly if you're putting stuff up on YouTube, no matter what it is, whether it's Let's Play, whether it's vlogs, whether it's unboxing, fashion videos, comedy sketches, short films, music videos, AMVs, I could go on and on and on. It doesn't really matter what the content is. Personally, I think, obviously you want to put your best foot forward. You want to put out quality work and improve as you go. Certainly that's what I try to do each time, especially, it's one of the reasons that I really enjoy Let's Plays. And I know I've said this before. I love how off the cuff it is, how improvised it is. Because when you're playing the game, you're reacting to the moment and the situation. Even if you've played the game before, you may not have the first time ever seeing this authentic reaction, but the way things play out, even if you've played that game before, can be different. You could be the best at Diablo, but then you go to play Diablo, you're recording it, and the right combination of screw-ups happen, it results in something hilarious, and you react because that didn't happen the last 40 times you played the game, but this time it did, So when it comes to content creation, that's one of the things I love, that each time I go to record a Let's Play, I'm trying my best to be expressive and fill the dead space. Really hate having too much dead space, because if you wanted to watch a silent Let's Play, you might as well be playing the game yourself. A silent one's not fun. So talking and keeping what I say with what's going on in front of me connected and interesting, that's always a challenge. And you never know if you're going to exposit something that's interesting, or if you're just going to be going like, and now I'm clicking this, and now I'm opening this, and oh, look, a box, what's in that? A potion, my. You know what I mean? Like Vice, you tornado of death and hate, I want to GTS you right through a coffee table, you bony bastard. I think you know who I'm talking about there. But that kind of difference, And so sometimes you're going to be able to pull that off without any effort, and other days it's going to take everything you've got. You will be scraping the bottom of the barrel, going through the wood and hitting concrete beneath to try to bring something out of your head that you feel is your best, or at the very least, not your worst. And I think it's very easy to get wrapped up in this sort of unending cycle of constantly trying to do your best and not just letting it happen sometimes. Because sometimes you can't force it. Sometimes you can. But I think a lot of times it needs to just come out naturally because it's there. You just need to let it seep out into the experience while you're recording. And the equivalent if it's not a Let's Play, but I'm using that as the base example. But regardless of that, creating content is more, I think, about just that, creating it. So long as you are creating it on a consistent schedule, or you just keep at it. You may put out 50 videos, and you and the people who see it may agree, those 50 videos, complete crap. But then you make 51, and they're like, oh, that was all right. 52, now that was crap. 54, 55, now those are pretty decent. 56, wow, that was really good. 57, kind of that was pretty bad. 58, 59, 60, hey, those are pretty good. Keep it up. You see what I mean? I think that just doing it and creating is equally, if not more important than what exactly you're creating, because consistency, not just in terms of a release schedule, but in keeping at what you're doing, is going to refine your process. And in the arena of Let's Plays, I would say that goes towards your presentation, your breathing and voice control, audio and video editing, putting that all together in whatever sort of software you use to edit it afterwards, refining the recording settings you use on the software, your equipment, the kind of games you play, the kind that seem to bring out a better experience when you're doing a Let's Play, and the kind that you find are more of a challenge. And so right there, trying to think of one. Well, Undertale, I've got to be honest, can be pretty challenging at times, but say a game where it's totally easy for you. Maybe first-person shooters, you can talk for days, but you throw in an RPG and suddenly you're really scrambling to find something to say. That sort of thing. And right there, that could be a moment where you go, okay, you know what? RPGs really aren't my thing. Even if this one is popular or people really want me to play it, I don't think I'm going to be able to create something worthwhile, so I'm going to stay away from it. Or you look at that and go, you know what? I've had a lot of trouble, in my own opinion, or maybe in the public's opinion, creating content from this that's actually worthwhile and entertaining and like up to par with what I would normally do. I'm going to take a shot at this. I have no idea if it's going to be good or if people are going to like it. They may absolutely hate it and tell you never to do it again. But maybe that's part of the challenge. Maybe you want to put out that content because it's going to challenge your skills. And that is equally or more enticing than staying within a safety zone that you know is going to be good. And I mean, you can always come back to that if the one you're not so strong at fails. You play to your strengths and either try to ignore or eliminate your weaknesses. Maybe. I hope I'm saying that properly. These episodes are off the cuff, by the way. There's no script in front of me. The most that I have when I go into this is maybe a couple bits of information that I've gleaned beforehand. They're not in front of me. And the working title for the episode, because 8 times out of 10, the title that I pick for the topic changes just as I'm uploading it. I go, yeah, you know, this one sounds a little bit better. And again, it comes right around full circle to that whole creating content. You know what? Maybe the first title was good. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe the topic I was going to record and I ended up moving positions with another one for would have been the right one on that day. Maybe not. Hard to say. It's all subjective, personally and outwardly from the audience's point of view. Anyway, that's all for this episode. If you guys enjoyed the video, I'd love to hear your comments on it and your thoughts, whether you agree on that whole topic of content, where you think, no, it has to be the best all the time, or if consistency kind of outweighs it and it makes everything pretty much level long term. Really hope these thoughts are coming out of my head coherently. And if they're not, let me know, please. I'll work on that too. But until next time, my name's Rye. Take care of yourselves.